Interesting.
Did she make that? That's why I want to know.
Yeah.
No.
That's actually, it's funny because I'll be like, what the hell? I've been going unhealthy throughout the years. Because that's the thing. Yes, she's celebrating herself, but the way it's done with happy music, I'd be actually, no, I don't want to say anything, but I don't know. Like, I was 28 stones.
Mm-hmm.
And one thing that I know, I guess people are different, and it's good she's celebrating herself. But again, that's the type of, I see how when skinnier people, skinnier than me, look at this video, I can imagine what they think. So I know that you guys aren't also.
What do you think they think?
They think, oh gosh, she's dying.
She is.
Her insides are growing older, and I'm not gonna lie. Same with me. When I'm eating certain things, I'm thinking, oh gosh, like something. And with big people as well, like, yeah. Let me give some big plus size facts. When you have to go to the loo, I'm telling you, it feels like fireworks are in your belly, and there is a pressure. So. But like all these plus size. Okay, sorry, I think I'm going off topic. Sorry, guys. Sorry,
the thing is this for me, like, so. I'm a big fan of love. I'm a big fan of like being in love and being in a relationship, having a good woman in your life. And for me, like, I just, maybe this is selfish, but I'd be like, you need to fucking stay skinny so you don't die, because I don't want to do this again. I don't want to fall in love and lose you and all that shit. So anytime I'm in a relationship with a girl, whether she works out or not, she's going to start working out when she's dating me. So I would just hate to see that as a person dating someone who is gaining weight, and then I have to be like looking and dealing with the health issues that come with that.
Yeah, so women are more likely than men to gain weight after marriage. So, do you guys think it's fair to gain weight after getting married?
Why not?
I don't think it's fair.
I don't think so either.
You don't think it's fair?
Drop it on them, Pam. Drop it on them, Pam.
It's just that person met you a certain way, and I obviously that's what they went for and that's what they desired. So that's what they will continue to desire. And although they would probably still love you, they definitely wouldn't find you still as attractive. That's just how it would be.
Yeah. I think that's just like I think that's like really common sense that's really not present in today's generation, because it's just like, it's unfair. It's so selfish to just like, that's like a guy getting a relationship with a girl and be like, oh, you know what? I'm going to quit my job, and I want you to take care of me.
Next question.
But guys, can't you guys encourage your partners? Just encourage them with food, encourage them exercise. Why do we like? For example, you.
Yeah, but he probably was encouraging her, but she literally gained 120 pounds. That's a whole other human.
But they did it together. It seems like it was their couple goal. It was like goals, couple.
No,
and I'm not even.
No, they didn't.
No.
She got bigger. He didn't get that much bigger.
Yeah, we play it again.
But anyway, you guys don't know the world of chub chasers as well. I am big, so I can tell you the world of chub chasers as well.
But we're talking about the video, like he was.
I know, but again, he probably likes big women.
No, come on. He wouldn't have. Then he would have married. Listen, wait. He would have married a big woman if he wanted a big woman. So I think it's one thing if you marry a chick and she's like over, I don't know what 200 pounds is here. Okay, that's one thing. But it's like if you sign up for one thing and then she bamboozles you later, you think that's fair? Just like if I marry a guy thinking he's going to pay all the bills and I'm going to get to be a stay-at-home wife, and that's what I thought. And then one day he's like, you know what? Yeah, I just don't feel like working anymore.
But Pearl,
I don't feel like being faithful anymore. I'm just gonna go every girl I can find now, or on her side too. It would just not be cool. I just think that you need to be, because I think it's common sense when you get in a relationship. You're like, okay, this is what I like, so let's try to keep this going or make this better, right? And if it goes both ways.
Yeah, and I think that I've been there. I've been in a relationship and I've put on weight in that relationship. So I'm not just talking, blindly. I've gone up to 16 stone at my heaviest. So, but I also know that as much as you try to put this body positivity on everything at that particular point in my life, I was very unhappy. through a lot of reasons, because I knew that I wasn't the same person I was when my partner met me, and I didn't feel confident in myself. But even though I've lost that weight, I've still carried that with me.
So for the Americans at home, I was calculating. 16 stone is 224 pounds. You look great.
Gosh, you look 220 pounds.
You look
59, like nearly 16 stone. That's how much I got.
You look.
So
seriously.
But I know how I fit. So as much as people used to say, "Oh, you look good," me personally, for myself, I didn't feel that way.
No, you look
But
really
you know, I felt I was like that my whole life, but I was just sick and tired of being unhappy. I'm like, do you know, this world is so short.
Yeah, and if you can get to that point without that, then great. But me personally, it was just a massive thing for me. I couldn't get past.
It's amazing how good you look now. That's because the majority of people, when they get that big, they
can't go back.
It's a large percentage of people that.
Well, I
point to return.
You were the same.
Yeah, I was at my heaviest. I was 19 stone.
That's more than 16 stone.
Yeah.
So that's wow. Are you guys friends?
Yeah.
19.
Did you guys meet each other?
Did you guys do it together?
Yeah. Did you lose it together?
No, I was literally the fat kid that ate cake. The food was my comfort. It was everything to me.
Like Matilda?
And that's all I love. And it was an everyday thing. But in my head, in my mind, I was shifting the weight. But the reality of it is I wasn't motivated, and there was nothing to work toward. And I lived with that for most of my childhood. I lived with that throughout my early adult years. I had children when I was young. So obviously after having children, you've got the baby weight that stayed on you. And then you will have areas of your body then that you can't cover up.
Yeah.
You know, that you can't hide. And so that kind of led me to then staying at home. And then there's a cycle after that, where, you know, you're at home, you're socially excluded from places and people. And then you tend to put yourself into a box of self-hate then, because whatever trauma that you actually had, which got you there, starts to manifest as you get older. And when you look at the people around you, when you look at how people respond to you, you're constantly battling yourself, and it is self. And for me, I had to heal first. I had to first figure out what was the trauma. Where's the problem? And with that, you don't even know where to begin because you don't know what the problem is. Then you have to soul search. You have to look who you've got around you. You then have to look at your parents. How you grew up, your school days, and all of that you have to calculate. And sometimes you are the problem. Sometimes the way that you've behaved is a problem. However, the way that you've behaved isn't necessarily because you've wanted to be that way, but you was trying to be something that you was not in the first instance. So for me, once I discovered all of that, and I'd shifted to some weight and got to a healthy weight, I then chose for me to have surgery. That was the gift to myself. So after I'd healed and I'd recognized where the trauma came from and I dealt with that trauma, my gift to myself then was to have surgery.
What kind of surgery?
I had a tummy tuck.
Good for you.
I've had liposuction.
Me too.
I've had my boobs done.
I had lipo. So I did. So and tying into the whole thing, because a lot of people try to like me right now because I got liposuction, right? Because I was just in such a bad place. You know why? Because I was reading YouTube comments. Everybody's just telling me this was in like 2021 March. I got it, but I also was fully transparent about it, and I made a full documentary about it in Tokyo. But at the time, it was so crazy because I was so like just constantly being slammed because I wasn't like huge. I just had like a little in my midsection, and then I was just like a man possessed. And then I was just like, yeah, let's do it, pay, whatever. And the next thing you know, I'm laying on the surgery table. I'm like, oh, like this is gonna be crazy. And then I woke up and I was just like, oh my god, I can't believe I went through with that.
That
you know,
the same for myself.
But and you know it's so crazy too. Given that, because like I said, I'm not hiding it. I don't care. I tell everybody, you know what, put it on my tombstone. Like put it right there. Here lies MLD. You got liposuction. You know, I'm happy that I did it, and then I learned a lot of lessons along the way. So, but even though now I get shamed,
why,
for being a man that got liposuction, right? But I don't care because
do you get called lazy though? That you were lazy?
Oh, everything. This guy doesn't. This guy has no discipline. This guy this guy that. I'm like, have you seen the business empire that I run? Like, I didn't run that being lazy. But all that aside, I would rather be shamed for getting liposuction than being shamed for being overweight. And at this point in my life, because people are going to criticize you no matter what. And I did use it because I wanted to create this documentary, and I wanted the fat cells out of my body. And so I'm even here on the UK on my trip. I'm still exercising. I still eat clean.
Yeah.
And I understand is it Alicia? I'm so sorry.
Okay.
You can hate
You're
me after.
forgiven.
Alicia, as Alicia alluded to earlier, Alicia was correct when she said the symptom is something going on inside you. And then Pam as well said that what was going on inside of you is there's some trauma, there's some things. So I think what Pearl said is absolutely correct. We can't glorify this because at the end of the day, what we're doing is we're glorifying poor mental health.
Yes.
Because we can't be glorifying that kind of stuff and you're literally sending people off to an early grave. I'm a big fan of being alive.